Hello everybody. For some time I wanted to talk to you about something that is happening in the content creation space, and that is the use of AI. I'm pretty sure that you've come across this as you browsed YouTube, etc., etc. And it's very, very quickly evolving. I tried to look at it last summer, so the summer of 2025, and the thing with this is that it is very alluring. It seems like an easy thing. It seems like you get from the idea to what it is you want to push out there very quickly with some element of what feels like high quality. But there are some pitfalls in this, and there's some challenges with this. I think what it can do is it can work as a assistant, something that can help you, but it can't replace you. So that's part of it. The damage it can do. So when I looked at it last summer, I was surprised at what I could do with this. Very easily I could give it a manuscript I've written and it would generate a podcast for me with two people talking to each other. I tried it out with the Google's NotebookLM, and I was surprised, to be honest. But there's something about this that when I looked at it, it didn't feel like me anymore. It was my manuscript, but everything about the presentation, the narrative, it wasn't me anymore. It might have been my manuscript, but it just felt off. And when I put it in and I listened to it several times, a pattern started to emerge when you were listening to it. And that is one of the telltale signs. So what does it do for a brand or whatever my YouTube channel is? I think at this point it can be rather damaging. I think it's okay that I can use it as an assistant, but never take myself completely out of the loop. What I used to think was flaws and challenges and issues like my voice, if I stumbled on the words, if I made mistakes, what I perceived as a downside back then is probably now like some element of stamp of quality or whatever you want to call it. But if a channel is being seen as having used AI content, it loses its authenticity, I think. And when you look at what is happening out there right now, you will see that more and more channels are showing up that is purely AI content. It is presented as AI, both in the, to some degree the visuals, but very much the research and the voiceover, very much AI. And what I see in the comments fields for those kind of videos is that people don't like it. We accept CGI in movies, but this is something different. This is where we obviously know that it feels false. It feels not authentic. It doesn't feel real. And when that happens, it loses its quality, and you skip and you unsubscribe for the channel and you move on. So people are getting tired of it, and it creates a trust issue if you start using AI. For me, it can be a help, and it was seductive to begin with, because it helped me with some of the things I really struggle with. But I can't do it. I don't think I want to jeopardize whatever brand I have. So I am not going to be using this. I may need it. I may use it as, to some degree, as looking through a manuscript and maybe suggest something where the wording needs a bit of tweaking. But I will never take myself out of the loop for the storytelling itself. As much as I could go from idea to content to video way faster than I can today, I don't think it's worth it. It's good as an assistant, maybe, but I've seen too many mistakes out there with content where they're obvious mistakes, they're falsehoods. And I mean, I'm very proud of what my channel has become at this point, and I don't want to jeopardize that. Right now you'll be able to go back to my old videos with a lot of mistakes, etc., etc. And right now that actually helps people looking at my channel and say, hey, is this real or is it not? And people will go back to some old stuff and see, yeah, that's it. He speaks the same way, he makes the same mistakes. So yeah, I just wanted to share my thoughts on this. I work with AI as part of my day job as well, and it is moving really, really fast. But I'm not going to introduce it as a primary tool for me. Maybe some research, maybe some polish, but it'll always be me, the human in the loop, that has the final say on the content that I ship out there. So yeah, just wanted to share some thoughts on this. Let me know what you think in the comments. Have you come across videos where you come across channels and you recognize that it's repetitive in the way that it presents itself? You can see it obvious falsehoods, but it's presented very confidently. You know, what have you seen out there, and what are your thoughts on the topic? So feel free, drop comments, let me know, and let's have a conversation about it. But yeah, thanks for your time today.